But she know I'm the man like she know I'm the man like yeah, let's go. She know I'm the okay, she know I'm the man like most painful gym deaths ever. Most painful gym deaths ever. Now listen, if my face look ashy, it's because it is. I just got out the shower. But look, that's not what we here for. We're here for the nitty gritty, itty bitty spider. You know what I'm saying? All right. I'm done talking. Let's get to it.
The barbell incident. It was the early hours of a Tuesday morning in St. Charles, Missouri. The gym was entirely silent, and it was the kind of silent that only came when the world outside was asleep. At around 2:50 a.m., a young 23-year-old woman would be the only one in the gym finishing what should
when there's nobody there, they'll always be the best sessions. I'm telling you, bro.
have been just another workout. She was a paramedic, the kind of person used to helping people, saving lives, and bringing the injured to safety. The woman would step into a Smith machine and rack weight onto its barbell, and then she began squatting it.
I really don't be using that machine.
The weight was too much for her. In the middle of her set, she began struggling. She tried hard to re-rack the weight, but no matter how hard she pushed, the bar wouldn't go up.
What the fuck? Then, on a Smith machine? Bro, it's literally an assistant machine. Damn. My face feel dropped. But bro, this is literally an assistant machine.
Her legs gave out. Her balance and the heavy bar dropped with no spotter to catch it. The machine pinned her down, trapping her beneath the crushing weight.
No.
And unfortunately, since she was the only one in the gym, nobody was around to hear or see her struggle. For nearly half an hour, she laid pinned and crushed.
Oh, half an hour, bro? Listen, if you go into these late night gym sessions and you want to do machines like this, don't go heavy. I'd rather you not do it at all, but don't go heavy, because if you go light, you could easily be like this. You know what I'm saying?
Under the pressure of the weight, before another gym member finally walked in and found her. But by then, it was already too late.
No way.
The member tried to help and called 911, but by the time paramedics arrived, they couldn't do anything for her. Her co-workers at the Christian hospital remembered her as vibrant, full of energy, and always lighting up the room with a smile.
No way.
But that promise, that brightness, was extinguished in a freak accident that lasted only seconds. Even in a place meant for health and strength, danger can hide in plain sight.
What is this meter? That's
When
rough.
lifting heavy weights, always remember to bring a partner. There's been a number of times where I've gotten trapped underneath weight without a spotter,
This
but I was
speed,
fortunate
bro.
enough to have friendly passerbys help me out.
Biggest
So
speed.
even if you don't have a partner to work out with, try to work out when the gym is active and has other people in it. May this woman's soul...
Or don't do machines like this.
The leg press incident.
Oh my goodness.
8 years ago, in Vadodara, India, a middle-aged man walked inside of a gym for what should have been a normal workout. He moved from one exercise to another until he finally settled in front of the leg press machine. A piece of equipment...
I knew it was going to be this machine, bro. I forgot what it's called, but this machine, I know is...
built to test and improve raw lower body strength. The man began racking weight onto the machine until it was fully loaded with plates stacked heavy.
Bro, they had this machine in our gym, and then people that don't have gym etiquette, they broke the machine, and now that machine's not there. And it was a good ass machine for your legs, my nigga.
Sides.
I hate
Ahmad
people that
climbed
don't.
in, positioned his back against the pad, and began pressing. At first, everything seemed fine. Surprisingly, as his legs pushed the machine, the estimated 1,000 to 1,400 pounds he was leg pressing actually moved. But then came the moment of truth.
How much?
Re-racking the load. He tried to lock the machine and began struggling. In an instant, his legs buckled. The massive weight came crashing down, snapping his left leg backwards with a sickening crack. The gym floor filled with screams as people rushed toward the mangled machine, the horror of the injury plain for everyone to see. But, by some miracle, the man survived. Nonetheless, the leg press still had done its damage. It had left him with a horrible, gruesome injury, and a lesson that would haunt him forever. Don't ego lift.
Don't freaking, do not ego lift, bro. Oh, I love this video. Do not ego lift. It gets you nothing but injuries. Don't do it, bro. Like, if you want more muscle, you bro, physically your body's going to reach a peak. After that peak, there's no point in going over it as far as like lifting more weight because your body's only going to go so high or so, you know what I'm saying?
Both your legs. The shake incident. It was the end of New Year's Eve in Wales. An aspiring musician and fitness enthusiast had completed his day and decided to finish the night off by preparing a protein shake to drink.
That's how you do it.
Guess, this was something he had done countless times before.
Yes, sir.
But this time, he would try something new. Because after all, it was New Year's. His friend recommended that he add a specific powder into his shake. And excited to test it out, the man put a teaspoon of the powder into his drink, blended it, and began drinking it. And then, nothing happened. The drink was just a little bitter, and so he sent a text message to his friend complaining about its taste, but other than that, he was fine. Then the man went to sleep to end his night. Unfortunately, he wouldn't live to see the next morning.
What?
You see, the powder the man put in his protein shake was just caffeine. But it wasn't the regulated kind that you'd find in your Starbucks coffee. It was pure, raw caffeine. He only put just a teaspoon of it into his drink, which doesn't necessarily sound that bad. That is, until you realize that one of those teaspoons was equivalent to 70 cans of Red Bull.
Damn!
And he just gulped it down in one.
Oh my God! That's what pure. Wait, he said pure caffeine. Wait, what was it?
Protein shake was just caffeine.
That's pure caffeine.
Sound that bad? That he just gulped it down in one sitting.
Oh.
The man shot up awake in a cold sweat. Almost immediately, his body began revolting. His heart was pounding violently, his vision became blurry, and his chest began constricting as if an anaconda was wrapped around him. He raced to the bathroom and began vomiting. His system had been overloaded with a stimulant so powerful that there was essentially nothing that could be done to stop it. Within seconds, he collapsed to the ground, hitting his head on the floor and going into cardiac arrest. Later on in the morning, his parents would find him cold on the floor and fall into a panic. They called 911 and paramedics rushed to his home, but there was nothing they could do. The cause of the tragedy was later revealed to be the simplicity of one mistake.
Man, after adding a teaspoon of caffeine powder, I blame his friend.
The scoop he used to measure the caffeine powder was actually meant for protein, not for a fine, potent stimulant. This incident sparked up a huge controversy over the ethics of making something this dangerous as accessible as it was. Many argued that powders like these shouldn't be sold on shelves if such a tiny mistake could come with such a costly consequence.
that definitely shouldn't be sold on
The
shelves.
death grip incident.
Death grip.
The death grip is a risky form of holding a barbell. When you pick up the weight for bench press, instead of wrapping your thumb around the bar and securing it in place, some gym goers remove their thumbs and place.
Bro, I am so guilty of that, bro. But that's what they be telling you on these videos, and it kind of makes sense because like you get like a better, like I guess like it's straightening out your wrist and your hand completely. So it's better for like your wrist, bro. I don't know. I do it because y'all told me to.
Place them to the side. People say that this way of bench pressing helps them focus on pushing the weight more. Others claim that it makes their triceps activate. Nonetheless, it's a stylistic way of benching that is extremely dangerous.
It is dangerous. Like it's very dangerous. I was doing it with the tricep pullover, and one time my hand slipped, and bro, lucky, thanks to God, it hit my glasses. Because if I wasn't wearing glasses, that crap could have hit my eye like straight up. And then from then on out, I was like grabbing with like the full thumb.
Monday at a gym in Ankeny, Iowa, a 22-year-old student at Iowa State
They all like
University
22, 23.
would find this out the hard way. The weights clanged, the music thumped, and lifters pushed themselves through the grind.
Boy, look
For
good.
this young man, the bench press was just another part of his normal routine. It was something that he had done countless times before.
Yes, sir.
That day, he made sure to fully load the bar to 315 pounds.
That's too
in an
much.
attempt to beat his PR max.
That's too much.
With the plates 3 on each side, this was the kind of weight that demands respect. The man laid back and gripped the bar. But in order to really focus on doing his absolute best in this bench press, he switched his normal grip to a death grip, then unracked it. He took a deep breath, and for a moment, everything seemed normal. But before he could even attempt to bench the weight,
hit his
in
neck.
an instant, his grip gave way. The barbell slipped from his hands. The full 315 pounds came crashing down across his jaw, neck, and chest with unstoppable force.
Goodness.
The sound echoed through the gym as lifters rushed towards him.
Yo, look at look at the dude to the right, bro. He like, ooh.
Massive internal injuries were already done. His spotter and bystanders fought to pull the bar off.
Yeah, you're
The
cooked.
damage was irreversible. The man was rushed to the hospital, but despite everything doctors tried, he passed away from his injuries.
Damn.
His coach later said, "He was lifting weights, something I did with him 1,000 times." But that's the cruel truth of the bench press. It doesn't take recklessness, only a second of misfortune. I hit the gym frequently, and I won't lie, I usually find myself using a death grip whenever I'm doing bench press. But the truth is, no lift is worth your life.
Nope.
Always use a safe grip, have a spotter, and never gamble with 300 pounds of steel. The gym should build you up.
I don't know if it's better to use, I use gloves to protect my freaking I don't want calluses. It makes my hands stay soft. You know what I'm saying? But people say calluses are good for you, but that's another story. Listen, I've been using gloves, and gloves has helped me a lot. I don't know if it's better for just no gloves or
Bury
not.
you. May this man's soul rest in peace.
Yeah,
The
R.I.P.
dumbbell incident.
Dumbbell? How you mess
It was
up
a
on a
late evening
dumbbell?
inside a small gym in Medapally, Telangana. The clients had finished their training, the weights were racked, and the silence was broken only by the clink of iron as a 34-year-old trainer and owner cleaned up his facility. But then, out of nowhere, the calm was shattered. 3 men walked into the facility,
Ooh.
and for some odd reason, an argument broke about between the two parties. As the feud reached a boiling point, without warning, one of the men grabbed a heavy dumbbell and drove it into his face,
Oh my
instantly
gosh.
obliterating the man's.
Damn.
The men began smashing the trainer's body with dumbbells, striking his chest again and again,
Bro.
with each blow being more devastating than the last.
Hell no.
The trainer's body was left on the ground, and the place that he had once built to help people improve their bodies and strength now became his final battleground. The
Wait,
assailants
that was his gym? He beat up the owner? Oh my.
fled immediately after, but luckily they were caught by the gym's security camera.
Got
as
him.
They disappeared into the night. The man was rushed to a nearby hospital,
He
but
cooked.
the injuries were too severe.
Cooked.
Doctors fought to save him, but he succumbed during treatment. Investigators believe the motive may have been personal, a suspected love affair, or twisted grudge.
Ooh.
Something definitely not worth a human life. The tanning incident. On a quiet
Ooh,
Friday
shit,
evening, a
tanning.
39-year-old Indianapolis man walked into a Planet Fitness on Hardigan Street. He checked in, went about his routine, and got ready to leave after finishing everything he needed to finish.
Type shit.
But before he left, he decided to make a quick stop in the gym's tanning bed to give his skin a nice finish. It was quick. The man hopped into the
naturally,
tanning
baby.
bed
I'm
and
naturally
blasted
tan,
by
baby.
tanning lights for 10 minutes, left the gym, went back home, and slept happily ever after.
What the fuck?
Except that's not what happened. You see, the man's car was left parked in the gym's lot. It never left. And his family became extremely worried when he didn't return home for a day.
What the hell?
One day turned into 3 days.
3?
And before you knew it, the truth finally came out. The man struggled with an addiction that I can't mention on YouTube. It's speculated that the man had consumed some of the substance before slipping into the tanning bed. And while the machine tanned his skin, he quickly realized that he had consumed too much of the illegal substance.
Illegal?
He began convulsing while trying to escape the tanning bed, but it would be to no avail.
What is it at?
Whole days. The man would remain stuck inside with his body trapping the energy from the device's UV lights, causing him to become disfigured. Finally, a staff member of the Planet Fitness discovered his body locked inside of the tanning bed. He had been there since Friday, alone, silent,
Bro, what is
and
these?
hidden in plain sight.
What are these visuals, bro? Is that a fucking alien, bro?
Authorities were immediately called when they found him, and by the time police and investigators pieced it together, questions were everywhere. Why did it take so long for someone to find him? Why did no alarms go off?
Because nobody be using
And
a
was it
tanning
really
bed.
just the substance he
don't.
consumed that caused him to become stuck in the tanning bed? His mother later confirmed he had been struggling with an addiction, but she
What
still
was it?
remembered him as the kindest person with the softest heart. The gym is where you shape yourself into the best version of who you can be. It's a place that builds not only strength, but also health and happiness. But none of that matters without safety. Safety always comes first.
Always.
Train with a spotter when you can.
Yeah.
Pay attention to your muscles and joints if they warn you to slow down.
Yep.
And never load more weight than you're truly ready to handle. With that being said, have a
Ego
happy day.
lifting. Oh my goodness, bro. This dude, hold on. Before we, bro. This dude to the right, like, I want to be mad at him, but I'm more just disappointed. Like, I just be looking at his videos like, Like, I can't even be mad, bro, because it's like, you know that's extra, bro. Like, look at this, bro. This is not an exaggeration. And he don't even do full range of motion, bro. Anyway, that was a W video, bro. Make sure y'all out here being safe in the gym. Make sure y'all using gym etiquette. Make sure y'all wipe the machines off after you use it. Re-rack the weights. Don't use all the weights so you can ego lift. And make sure you don't be staring at people, because people be staring at me and shit, bro. I know I'm all like chocolate latte, you know what I'm saying? But like, don't be staring at me, dog.